Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a really powerful idea from Tom Pizio's Walk Your Path series. And listen, if you've ever felt like you're just stuck, kind of spinning your wheels and struggling to get going while it feels like the whole world is just flying by, yeah, this one is definitely for you. Let's dive right in with a feeling that is, well, probably a little too familiar for a lot of us. This quote from Tom Pacilio, man, it just nails that moment, doesn't it? That feeling that you should be sprinting, that you should be firing on all cylinders, but you can't even seem to find the ignition switch? And you know when this feeling really loves to show up? It's when expectations are sky high. Think about it. The start of a new year. All of a sudden, there's this intense, unspoken pressure to have it all figured out, to hit the ground running, and to just start strong, right out of the gate. Now, what I find so fascinating is how Pizio describes this feeling. He doesn't just say he feels lazy or unmotivated. He frames it as this really specific physical thing, like you're walking through wet cement. Every single step is a monumental effort. It's not that you're not trying, it's that the resistance feels absolutely immense. So, you're stuck in the cement. What do, right? What's the answer? Well, it's probably not what you'd think. It's not about gritting your teeth and just pushing harder. The whole thing actually starts with a really powerful shift in your mindset. Pizio had this light bulb moment that changes the entire game. He saw all this crazy pressure we put on ourselves to sprint our path or run our path, to just go, go, go. But he realized the real power, the real breakthrough, comes from giving ourselves the permission to just crawl. And that's not a backup plan. He argues it's a perfectly valid and sometimes the most necessary strategy there is. Okay, and let's be crystal clear about this because this point is absolutely crucial. Giving yourself permission to crawl does not mean you're giving up. Not even close. It's not about lowering your standards or throwing in the towel. It's actually about being smart. It's about adapting your pace to match the energy you actually have in the tank. Think of it as being strategic, not defeat. All right, so we've got the mindset down. We've given ourselves permission to crawl. But what does that actually look like day to day? Let's get into Pizio's super practical advice on how to navigate this whole thing and, make sure you're still moving forward, even when it feels agonizingly slow. The whole strategy here is to shrink your focus. Make it small, super small. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the entire mountain you feel like you have to climb, you just bring your attention way, way down to the single manageable thing right in front of your face. If you're at the gym, don't think about the whole workout, just focus on one good rep. If you're trying to read, forget the chapter. Just focus on the next 5 minutes. The only goal is to complete that one little thing in that one moment, and then you just keep moving forward. Okay, so we have this micro-focus technique down. Now, let's zoom back out for a second and see how this approach really impacts the bigger picture, the marathon of your long-term goals. And this right here, this gets to the absolute core of the anxiety, doesn't it? We get a few weeks into something new, and if we're not flying, we start to panic. We ask ourselves this very question, terrified that a sluggish beginning means the whole thing is already a write-off. And Pizio's answer to that question is it's such a powerful reframe. A slow start doesn't mean you're losing. It's not a sign that the year is doomed. It simply means one thing. You are in the game. You showed up. You're participating. And right now, that is everything. This just drives the point home so perfectly. I mean, look, whether you shot out of a cannon or you started with that slow, deliberate crawl, you're on the path. You are in the game. Any forward movement, no matter how tiny it feels, is still progress. And as long as you're facing forward, you're winning. So when you boil it all down, the struggle, the mindset shift, the practical steps, what's the single most important message we should carry with us from all of this? And there it is, the essential mantra that just ties this whole thing together. It's a commitment to your own journey, at your own pace. And some days, that pace might be a sprint. Other days, maybe it's a walk. And yeah, some days, it's going to be a crawl. And that is perfectly okay, because it's your path. The only thing that truly matters is to accept it, to honor it. As Pizio says, no matter what happens, you just keep walking it.